Well, hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me here. Shout out to the replay crew. And we have a lot to talk about. Before I get into it, let me run my disclaimer so that I don't forget, because I will. And also, I know that there's a typo on this. Thank you to the person that told DC who told me. I appreciate you. I'm working on updating some things, so I know that there's a typo. I will fix it. I'm just in the process of updating everything. Not everything, some things. Okay, I'll be right back. Thank you guys for the compliments. So some of you may have noticed we are changing the color. We are going purple, and you can see, hello, ma'am. You can see some of the purple kind of peeking through here. So it's a process. This is what I'm using. I have it linked if you want to check it out. Makeup look linked. Click the shopping cart. Check it out if you want to. It's awesome. I keep this in my shower. It's very simple to use. So yeah, you want to support me, the channel, click the shopping cart, check it out. And a DC raid. That's so exciting. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I took a nap today. Let me know in the comments if you also took a nap. I needed a nap today, so I took a nap. 3 years, Robin? 29 months? Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate you. 29 months. Incredible. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. Yeah, it's a little periwinkle. As I use the purple more, it'll, do its thing. It's one of my favorites as well. And hello, everybody. And in case you're wondering what color I used, I don't know if it's really even picking up. I guess it kind of is on the eyeshadow. This is the Adriana Nicole Cosmetics All Shimmers I Am Everything palette. This is one eyeshadow. I also linked the mascara because I get a lot of questions about my mascara. Enchanted. This is her. Although Ethereal will always be that girl. Enchanted. And you already know. You already know it's on my lips. All of that is in the video description. The hair stuff, mascara, foundation is Jones Road Beauty. Just check it out. Okay. Let's pour a Dr. Pepper, shall we? Oh, thank you. That is such a nice compliment. Thank you. I didn't nap today, but I love when I can. Today was that day. I think it was only like a 30-minute nap, but I've been busy, like many of you probably have been insanely busy as well. And I did an interview with Jane Marie at from the Dream podcast today. So I'll let you know when that is coming out. And we talked about Whitney Rose and the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which, by the way, I've never watched an episode of that show, but now I'm learning that I need to. So any of you watch it, let me know in the comments. Because apparently after the tea that Jane Marie was telling me, now I feel like I'm going to have to watch it. So that'll be exciting. I always love when she asks me to be on her podcast because it's a good time. Oh, you're on caffeine restrictions. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I hope it's extra crispy for you. Okay, today's flavor is the blackberry. This is Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, not sponsored. But let's do this, Dr. Pepper. You already know. I'm going to move my keyboard back so that I don't spill on it, because I will. I was very disappointed in Whitney when she went MLM, but then I found out that her husband had previously been an MLM executive, and not just in one. We went through the list of MLMs that her husband, Justin Rose, has been a part of. Serial MLM executive. Yeah, I like the blackberry flavor over ice. It has to be really cold. All right, here we go. That pop was like really aggressive on my end. Enjoy this part. It's my favorite. This one smells so good. Oh. And I have a little left over. The pour. Love it. Yes, needed that. Okay. Yeah, excellent pour. Disappointed in the open, though. That's fair. That's fair. I actually had to turn my heat on today, which is crazy. But it's been raining for like on and off for almost 2 days here in Vegas. Thanks, Laura. I appreciate you. Okay, let's get into it. I have my notes. This is going to be a wild ride, okay? However, I do have an announcement. I don't know if many of you know, but I feel like I should reintroduce myself because we have some new things to announce. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bies. I'm an ACE certified personal trainer and a fitness nutrition specialist. Hello. And here on my channel, I talk a lot about real wellness, science-based information, and the absolute circus that happens in the wellness industry. It is absurd. Luna agrees. I also spent 13 and a half, in multi-level marketing. I was deep in it, like knee deep in it. I recruited people. I trained teams. I believed all the mindset stuff. I lived it every single day. So when I talk about manipulation or high control messaging, it's because I've lived it. And unfortunately, I participated in it. And I had to unlearn it in a way. I guess is how I want to say that. So that's why I care so much about this. That's why I care about calling it out. So yeah, because I know what it looks like on the inside. Which brings us to today's video. Today's video is from the CEO. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. I'm already working on the next thing. I'll announce that another time. Today's video is from Barb Pitcock, who is the CEO of Frequence, her and her husband, Dave Pitcock. And it's a company called Frequence. She's not a rep. She's not a newbie. She's been in the industry for a while. She was actually a part of Prove It. Did y'all know that? She's one of the people running the entire company. I agree, Luna. And tonight is going to be a mix of, man, what are you doing? What? Do you want to come say hi? Well, come on. You ran away. Girl. Hello? Well, come here. Why is she like this? Oh, I'm so glad, Brittany. Thank you for sharing that. Come here. Well, come here and say hi. You're yelling at me, but you're way over there because you left. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Should we do some pats and see if you'll fall asleep? We need more biscuits. I know, she's making her appearance early. She just needed the right moment. True. What are you looking at? You looking at the lights? Pat you like I did the kids when they were babies. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Just wanted to say hey. Okay, so tonight is going to be a mix of toxic positivity, spiritual manipulation and pressure, emotional manipulation, and my favorite, some wild pseudoscience. When I say wild, I mean absolutely unhinged. This is the company that is claiming that they're essential oils because there's a metal ball in it that makes a little clinking sound, that it's, what is the word? Frequency tuned. That's the word that I was trying to remember. So this is the company that's pushing a mushroom juice drink that can fix your mood, your mindset, your sleep, your focus, your energy, your puffiness, and even your vibration. So in this video today, I do want to give a content warning. There is going to be mention of loss, grief, self-harm. I don't know how else to get around. I don't know if I can say this word on a stream. Hold on a second. Another word for this. Mistreating, or I'm going to go with mistreating, but the original word starts with an A. I just don't think I can say that on here. I'm not sure. Anyways, she mentions at one point that grief is low vibration. Nothing bad ever happens. You know, the whole Tony Robbins, things are happening for a reason, you know, that whole thing. And that mistreatment was actually favor. I'll put it in the chat so you guys can follow what I am saying. Okay. So I want to give that content warning. I want you guys to be prepared because it's absurd. It's disgusting. And as always, I want to break it all down with some common sense and some real science. So to the reps that are going to watch this, because I get them on almost every video, I do not need to try your mushroom juice to know that the claims are not scientifically accurate. You do not have to test a product to see the red flags. Biology is not optional. Okay. All right. I hope you guys have your favorite drink. I hope you have your favorite snack. We're going to get into it. Let me grab my headphones. Yeah, mistreated, right? For some reason, they allow you to spell it. Perhaps. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a wild ride. If you haven't already, if you would like and subscribe, that would be amazing. If you feel comfortable sharing, that would be cool too. And let's get into it. I think this is the setup I want to do here. Is it this one? Yeah, we'll go with it.
I hope you guys are having a great day. It is Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. No Guts, No Story is live right here. Welcome to my page. I want to welcome all of you, and I want to ask you a question today because I know a lot of you are getting ready for a busy month and a holiday. How many of you have family coming for Thanksgiving? You're running around getting everything ready for the Thanksgiving season. Drop in the comments. And then I also want to know how many of you have nobody coming. You have no plans. You're just home for the holidays. You're not really doing anything special because, believe it or not, the holidays are either very exciting for people or it's a really tough time for people. And holidays just amplify a lot of emotions that are already there. So coming from a family that has a lot of nuances, let's say, you know, single moms, people that are together or not together. This is also coming up on 3 years since the exact day that we lost Dave's mom. So tomorrow, the 16th, will be 3 years. And you know, the crazy thing is when you have something that traumatic happen on a holiday, I mean, you miss them every day, but the holidays just kind of amplify the ache that was already there. And for some of you, you've lost a loved one this year. It's different. I will tell you, every time I see the list come out that says, what is everybody bringing to Thanksgiving? My heart just aches because I know that Dave's mom would bring cream corn, cucumber sandwiches, you know, all the things. And so traditions have a tendency to make us feel a low vibration of sadness or a aching or a yearning for something. Have you ever noticed how you always miss what was? And sometimes it wasn't even all good, but always, as human beings, we have thoughts every single day. And most of the time, those thoughts are about the past, which creates so much sadness. They're about the future that hasn't even happened yet, which creates so much anxiety. And very seldom are we just present, grateful for the moment that we're in right now. So, yes, Amy, those cucumber sandwiches are delicious. Last year, this time, Amy came here. Callie was engaged, having a bridal shower. Man, a lot can happen in 1 year. How many of you are looking at last year to this year and you're like, wow, I can't even believe what happened? Did a lot happen for you in the last 12 months? I mean, we're coming up on the end of the year. And last January, a lot of you were setting goals saying, man, 2025, it's going to be the year I'm going to crush it. And then maybe you were blindsided by something like a freight train that you didn't even see coming. Or maybe it's been one of those years where you're like, this is the best year of my life. And no matter whether it was like a freight train hit you or it was the best year of your life, I want to encourage you today to join me and just be grateful.
Okay. All right. That is a lot. She is starting this story. I don't know if I want to say that, but grief and sadness and being overwhelmed, which a lot of people experience every day, not just in the holidays. And I feel like this is a perfect example of emotional priming. If you really pay attention to the pattern that these MLM reps, and she's the CEO, show you, they always start with some kind of a sad story. That's what she's doing here, because she is setting it up to say, and here's the solution. That's coming. Anytime somebody starts with a story like this, it's because they're about to pitch you the solution later. But they have to emotionally prime their audience to be receptive to that. And listen, there's nothing wrong with talking about grief. The issue is when you are taking that grief and you're using it, especially the grief of others, through connecting to your story about grief to build a funnel into product sales. And I feel like, actually, I don't even feel like, and that is exactly what is happening here. That's exactly what she's getting ready to do.
I just want you to be grateful. So every single day when I wake up, the very first thing I practice is gratitude. And always when I'm going to bed at night as well. And this is a habit. This is not a season. So the topic today I want you to think about is gratitude is not just on Thanksgiving. I always think it's so hilarious how thankful everybody is in November, and then December comes and nobody's thankful. They're just stressed and rushing, right? So gratitude is something that I have learned in the lowest of lows, how to be grateful. It's a daily habit that will literally change your state. And if you can change your state of mind, you can literally change your life, because nothing is really ever bad. It's your thinking that makes it so.
I'm sorry, what did you just say? Nothing is ever really bad. It's just how you think about it. That is absurd. This is taking somebody's normal emotions and turning it into, or making it seem like that's their personal failure. This is not mindset training. This is guilt wrapped in some version of spirituality. I feel like that is disgusting. This isn't even the worst thing that she says in this. So be forewarned. It's only going to get worse. Bad things happen. Terrible things are happening in this country. And if you think that those aren't bad, you're just thinking about it in a bad way. You're delusional. You are genuinely delusional.
I'm going to repeat that. Nothing is ever really bad. It's our thinking that makes it so. Now, there were chapters in my life where I would argue this, especially losing Dave's.
Can I just say also, I don't have this in my notes, but as I was listening and watching to the, as I was preparing my notes, listening and watching this, I can't even talk. Good God, this is me after a nap too. I can't help but feel like, is she an insecure person? Because when she's looking at the camera, it almost, to me, feels like she wants to hide from the camera in a way, which maybe that's because she's not comfortable on camera, but part of me is wondering, does she actually believe this, or is this just the sales pitch? I mean, either way, it's disgusting what she's saying and what she will continue to say throughout this video. But I don't know. I don't feel like this is a super confident person. I don't know how else to explain that. I don't know.
brother to suicide. And then that holiday was just terrible, right? But now that I have grown and I have so much more personal development, faith, maturity in my wisdom, I realize
Maturity in your wisdom, is that a thing? I guess maybe. I can't.
that in every bad situation, there is always something that you can be grateful for. And the minute that you learn that, it will change your life.
I mean, I think that, sure, we can all find things to be grateful for, but to say that there's no such thing as bad things that are happening and it's just how you are thinking about it is wrong on so many levels. I keep looking at her and I'm like, Also, I feel like when they first started, I feel like their office was some random office in Florida. I feel like I'm remembering this. I'm gonna have to message Charlene because I remember us talking about it. Mark's on personal control.
Because those emotions that are not gratitude actually affect every organ in your body. And I didn't used to know this, but now I do. And after losing Dave's mom so quickly, diagnosed on October 15th, gone on November 16th. It was around the 1st, but the actual doctor appointment was October 15th. Gone on November 16th. Funeral on Thanksgiving, which most people couldn't travel. They had family coming in. It was mostly just our family. And it's nothing like I thought it would be. It was nothing like I thought that it would be. And thinking about this weekend being the anniversary of Nana Cindy's passing, and thinking about Thanksgiving coming and all of my grandkids getting on an airplane and Callie flying back home from Spain. Just Darian has 5 days in the States before they go back for basketball. I think to myself how much our family has been through. So much. When I think about being 54 years old and I think about my 34-year-old version of myself, it's a lot different than my 54-year-old version of myself.
I mean, of course, of course. I keep thinking about her saying that nothing is ever bad and that I keep thinking about this because I know where this is going. And I feel like what she is doing here is setting up the space, if you will, for her to not be questioned. Because if somebody is questioning what she is saying, whether it's about the products or the company or the comp plan or whatever, that's going to be painted as negative. So what she is doing is creating a space where she's not going to get pushback. And in all of this, I feel like it also erases real trauma, real danger, real experiences, and real emotions that people are feeling. Anyways, I kept thinking about that. I wanted to get that out.
You see, when bad things used to happen, I used to freak out. And I used to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this kid is in trouble.
Oh my God, did I miss some Jilly? Remember for 23 months. Kay Marie, 29 months. 29-month twin. 11 months, Megan. That's amazing. And also, we have a new member. And I think we're going to retire the shoulder smolder. Now, before you freak out for a second, I feel like the Dr. Pepper theme song is a lot more appropriate. So we'll play a little bit of it. Erin Ray, welcome. I'll still... I'm sipping stars in a fizzy stream. A caramel river in my caffeine dream. It is such a bop. I feel like I should drink it. With a can of joy and a twist of time. Dr. Pepper dreams, they're fueling my schemes. This is the jam. Every super chat, it's sweeter than it seems. Pour it up. Okay. I know. Take a deep breath with me. We are evolving. We are evolving. Oh, yeah, it is a bop. It makes sense for my channel. So I know. But Erin Ray, welcome. So glad that you joined. And if you're a member, we're doing a members only after party after this. It'll link or redirect right to it. So if you want to become a member, click the join button.
These people are separating. Someone posted this hater thing about me. Now I am just.
Oh, okay. I guess she's going to probably call me a hater. I love that for us.
It's like, keep on hating, because I know I'm a child of the Most High God. I know that I have favor. I know that I'm grateful. I know that everything's going to work out. It always does. And I just don't spend any time in the low vibrational state. So low vibrational state, these are the emotions. I'm resentful.
Yeah, let me know if you're a proud hater of MLMs in the comments, because I know it's not just me, except I'm going to bring facts. We bring facts here. And speaking of evolving, we bring more scientific evidence to debunk what these people say, more so than I have ever done, because now I have the credentials to do it. Very exciting. Also, little teaser, I am starting to work on the next video for the sketchy supplement series. Have y'all watched Monday's video? Let me know in the comments.
I'm hateful. I'm jealous. I'm mad. I feel like I was betrayed. I feel like I was abandoned. I feel like someone's talking about me. I feel like they're against me, not
Oh, we're definitely talking about you. Yeah, we are.
for me. And here's the reality. That's always going to be. There's bad people out there. You're expecting you in a.
Oh, wait. So are you this is fascinating. Are you painting anybody that speaks out against you, that you deem a hater, as somebody that's a bad person? That is rich, coming from somebody that is in a multi-level marketing company and has a history of being in multi-level marketing companies, knowing that that harms more people than it helps. That's pushing a pseudoscience type product. That is something. Barb, that is something.
Other people, and you're never going to be happy, because there is nobody like you. You're very unique in your own way. Now, I want you to stay with me here for a minute.
All right.
Think about the worst possible thing that's happened to you. I want you to go back to a chapter where you're like, that was the worst day of my life. Because we've all had them, right? Now I want you to just take out a little mental note.
What
did you learn? How did you grow? What made you so angry that you literally pivoted and made a different decision, or you grew with so much strength and wisdom? You maybe left a situation to find a better situation. Like, everything that was bad had to happen to get you to the point where you're at this very moment. I had to go through a bad relationship, feeling abandonment, being insecure. Some would call it abuse. I don't ever play the victim card, so I'm not going to call it abuse. It was favor. It was God moving me out of a bad situation to where he wanted me to be. And sometimes you're praying for something. You're just praying for something. You just keep praying for something, but you never make a move. Like, success isn't going to attack any of us. We have to look at the worst of the worst days and say, I'm grateful for breath. I'm grateful.
Oh my God. I had to tell myself to breathe there for a second, even though I've already watched this because I prepared my notes, but that's still, wow. I'm just going to say it. And if I have to edit it out later, I guess I will, but abuse is abuse. You don't get points for pretending it was a gift from your higher power. People that have been hurt deserve validation, to be heard, to be believed, and to be supported. Not whatever version of spiritual gymnastics we are watching from her. This is so disgusting. Oh my God.
Grateful that I'm able to speak. There are some people that cannot speak, and you're mad because you didn't get the right groceries at the grocery store.
What?
I was with Randy Travis' best friend 2 nights ago.
Oh God, I hate this part of it. Notice how that wasn't really a smooth transition. You know, she's got a plug. Hey, I was with Randy Travis's best friend the other day. Nobody cares, Barb. This is so weird. Imagine saying that being mistreated in an extreme way is favor, and then going on to brag about being with Randy Travis's best friend the other day at a concert.
Believe it or not, he was at the Tampa meeting.
Wow.
And he was saying, you know, Randy Travis loves country music and he's in East Texas. And he said, the reality is he wants to go to every country music concert and he just sits backstage and he just smiles, but he can't move one side of his body and he can't speak, but he's just so happy that he's there listening to music that he loves. And he said, I would love to share your products with him because of his stroke. And I was thinking to myself,
because of his stroke, please do tell us how your proprietary blend is. Actually, let me not say that because I'm not sure it's a proprietary blend. No, it is, because we're going to go into that. Your 1 gram of 7 different mushrooms that's a proprietary blend helps people that have had strokes. Please point me in the peer-reviewed evidence that shows that your product helps with strokes. I will wait because I know it doesn't exist.
there's always something to be grateful for. You can speak. I see little kids in every airport. Yesterday, I was standing at a Dunkin' Donuts getting a coffee before my drive home. Yesterday was epic. Woke up at 3:30 in the Tampa airport, barely could walk to my gate, didn't even know what I was doing. Got on the airplane, little girl sitting next to me, 11 years old. She's rubbing a little worry rock.
I'm sorry. Does the 11-year-old's parents know that you're telling this story to pitch your mushroom juice to people? Did they give you permission? No? Oh, you just think everything's content, so you're going to put it all out there.
Like Nana Cindy gave to my children. And there's a picture of a lady in the little heart rock. And I was like, is that her grandma? Is that her mom? And I was a little concerned because she didn't look much older than Lola. She was by herself. She looked a little afraid. I said, are you flying to Kansas City? Do you live there or do you live here in Tampa? She goes, I live in Tampa. I'm going.
Why would you be sharing this information? If I was this 11-year-old parent, I would be pissed. First of all, you don't need to be discussing my child on your social media platform. Second of all, you don't need to be saying where my child lives and where they're going.
To Kansas City to see my dad. It's my first time on an airplane, and Southwest is the only airline that will let someone fly if they're only 10 or 11 years old. So my mom saved up her money to get me on this airplane to go see my dad because he has to work there and I miss him really bad. And I was thinking as I was sitting there, 11 years old, missing her daddy. Daddy's trading time for money, doing a job away from the family, not able to be with his kids.
I have to pause this. Hi, babe. Mia just got home from school. I'm on a live. Don't say anything crazy, ma'am.
You see how she's silencing me? No, I don't have anything crazy to say.
Okay, don't.
The aerospace and biomedical are both master's degrees.
So what do you have to do for the bachelor's? She's thinking about changing her major, everybody. Is
No,
it? That's okay that
I'm
I...
going to change my major.
Huh?
No,
Oh,
I'm going.
that's okay that I said that, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Because I like the coding. I don't like the coding.
She doesn't like the coding part of electrical engineering, yeah.
And
So you just have to find out what bachelor's degree you need in order to... Are you going to do a master? Do you want to do a master's?
I mean, I'm going to talk to him and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
But if it comes to it, I could just do, like for aerospace, I could do a mechanical engineering
Okay.
degree with a minor in aerospace. Or
Oh, that makes sense.
But if I want to do medical or biomedical, I have to do a master's because it's a dual degree, basically,
Okay.
interdisciplinary, because it's bio and
Biomedical engineering.
yeah.
Okay. So you're going to talk to your advisor in a few weeks.
Yeah, and then I was talking to Yashika about it, and she was like, so how are you going to pick your classes? Because we already picked our classes and registered for them. And I was like, that's none of my business.
Yeah, the counselor will help you figure that out.
I'll have the same math class regardless. So, and I'll have the same physics class regardless. So, if anything, it's 3, maybe 2 more classes that I have to add on there. So it's fine.
And you're already a semester ahead, so that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Worst
Okay.
case scenario, I'll just take the general ed classes for next semester and then go into
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
because I saw that
College, man, college. So Lavender Rain says it's not much coding long term, and electrical engineering can go into aerospace, but I wish you the best either way.
it's a lot of coding for the degree, and UNLV is not exactly known for having great professors for coding. People literally tell you to take coding classes at CSN instead of.
Oh.
And I don't really want to do that.
Okay.
Because then that's 2 different applications. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
By
Okay.
the way, tomorrow can we do my fast?
Yeah.
Because
let me look at my schedule tomorrow.
in the morning.
Gavin has an appointment, remember?
In the morning.
Just let me look at my schedule. I don't want to say yes. Let's do it. Let's plan on doing it this weekend.
Mom, I work all weekend.
What time do you? No, we'll talk about your schedule
I
and
work
stuff.
like 21 hours this weekend.
Oh my
for
God.
3 days.
I didn't make dinner because we're gonna order dinner. So you and Dad, while I'm live, if you can think of some things, and then when and Dylan.
He's gonna pop into the house at any point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome home.
Goodbye.
Okay. Little behind the scenes. Little behind the scenes. I don't remember what I was saying. So I'm just going to play the video and we're going to keep it going.
And I helped this little girl. She said, is there a bathroom on the plane? I helped her get up to go there. And when I got off the plane, it was something like Dave would do every time I land, a big VIP sign, like I'm here to pick up Barb and Lori. He used to always do this for me and my sister when we would travel to shows for weeks on end, just grinding. And I was like, what?
I need to ask you guys a question because side note, when I was on the podcast, recording the podcast with Jane Marie earlier, she said my mic needed to be closer. So does it sound better here? Although I need to lower my voice because I'm closer to the mic, or does it sound better here? This is 1. Drop a 1 if this sounds better. Drop a 2 if this sounds better. And then I'm going to play the video.
What a nice husband waiting on his wife. And then I looked behind me and the little girl was running into her dad's arms. And
So all this time I have had the mic further away because I was afraid I'd be like screaming into it. Not that I scream. I'm a very quiet, chill person. DC could tell you. But all this time I thought that the mic being further away would balance. I don't know what I was thinking. Thank you guys for the feedback. I will make sure the mic is closer to me from now on.
took a picture, airdropped it to them. And I was sitting there and I was like, there's a lot to be grateful for. If you have your children in your home every night, you should be so grateful. Yet everyone's stressed out because of all the messes they make. There was a little 2.5-year-old boy in front of me at Dunkin' Donuts. The story I started to tell you. Let me come back here. I haven't had my rise yet, so I'm a little squirrely. I probably should mix that up while we're talking.
Oh, right. Yeah, because your proprietary blend mushroom juice is going to help with focus. Girl, get out of here with that.
Little boy, cutest little boy, little afro, just the cutest thing. He had on his little Jordans and his mom's ordering him a donut. And he wants a donut with sprinkles. He wants 2 donuts. He keeps saying, I want 2. I want sprinkles. And he's just talking up a storm. He will not stop. And then he turns around, takes off running through the airport right towards the door where the Uber was about to pick me up. And the mom is running after the little boy, grabs the little boy, brings him back. She's complaining like he is such a mess. And I have a little granddaughter that's the very same age. And we have prayed every single day that someday she would just take a step. And it puts things into perspective. She hasn't talked and she walked this week. She says, nah. And she walked this week. And to me, it felt like I had a grandchild winning the Olympics because we have prayed every day that she would just walk and run and get into everything. See, it's perspective. Some of you are complaining about the cost of groceries. And
Because groceries are expensive. What do you mean?
And other parents are complaining, I just wish I could see my kids and buy groceries on Thanksgiving. We always need to find something to be grateful for, because there is always someone that has it way worse than you do. Way worse than you do. When I think about Dave's mom.
Erin, please scroll up to the methylene blue. Please tell me that's not making a comeback. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I'm scrolling. Supplement methylene blue is turning up everywhere and not safe for regular use and really not beneficial other than passing out MB brownies the day before a P test in boot camp or on a submarine. Oh my God. Methylene blue is coming back? For what? Oh God. Oh, what is that documentary on? I want to say Child of God. That's not it. It was on Amazon. It'll come to me.
And this weekend. And I think about all of her favorite recipes, and I think about the grandkids coming home and how much we miss her. It's those traditions that you miss, right? How many of you miss traditions? Dave said, you know, Barb, it's just different when you don't have a mom. And in my brain, I'm like, I don't care how much I miss everyone. Chances in Arizona with all the kids. Callie's in Spain.
Mother of God.
Thank God Brooklyn's here, because Dave and I are never home. Brooklyn's literally taking care of Callie's dog, the parrot, all the plants, the thermostat. Like, thank God for Brooklyn, because we have been on a dead run, right? But even
You're so important, Barb. You've been so busy. You've been so busy with family and working on your MLM that is harming more people than it's helping.
that sometimes you can be so wishing things were different than they are. And you got to realize that God has you exactly where he wants you right now for a reason. I'm only doing half of the mango because this is almost gone and it's my favorite flavor in the whole world. I can't get the lid off of it right in the middle of my lap. Oh, there it is. So this pineapple Dole Whip, not to change the topic, but it's fire. It is like gold. And when I
mean, of course, you have to put a product pitch in this, right? Talking about other people's kids, trauma dumping, telling people that their mistreatment, you know, was favor, God's favor. I don't even know how I want to word that. And that bad things don't happen. Oh, it's just how you're thinking about it. And then, oh, by the way, try the mango Dole Whip, you know, mushroom juice proprietary blend. Is there scientific evidence it does anything? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. No, but it's fire, you guys.
take it, my brain is a little more on track. So I'm going to drink it while we're doing this.
Oh.
I wanted to do kind of a show and tell today.
Okay.
How many of you could tell me something in the comments that you have been through this year that was unfortunate?
Please don't do that. Also, please don't do that in the comments here. I know you guys won't, but just to be very clear, please don't trauma dump in the comments. I know you guys won't, but I just would feel better saying it because she is asking people to trauma dump in the comments. And it's not appropriate because you don't know what somebody else is going through. That could be very triggering to other people. So
let's be honest. Okay.
Yikes.
How many of you have been through something this year that was so unfortunate that at the time you didn't know if you were going to survive it?
Oh my God.
A year ago today, I had a company that was exploding, but I had a family that was in shambles. And that is the positive way to say it. A lot of heartache, a lot of fear, a lot of battle. See, money isn't everything. There's some things that money just won't fix. And that's why we really have to talk about this. Like, what is it that is happening in your life right now that you think is the end of the world? And how can we reframe that?
I'm laughing at the straw. I'm just laughing at the straw.
Man, Amy's, that's heavy. Amy's daughter went to prison.
You're going to read other people's trauma dumping in your pitch for mushroom juice and Frequence.
Amy and I used to pray that she would find her daughter on the streets. Amy used to watch videos of her daughter and fear for her life on social media sites. I remember it would be the end of my day launching the company, 12 hours of hard work. And I would literally call Amy when I got in the bathtub just so we could pray together. Be like, sorry, I'm in the bath, but we have to pray together. Because she had a daughter on the streets and I had a daughter isolating in a house, struggling.
Oh.
And now I think.
Yeah, and this is the CEO. Also, I have no idea who Amy is. Wow.
All of those prayers, like God had a plan. That made me so passionate about what I do today. It made me so close to Amy as a friend. One day I know her and I will be in a recovery center. Possibly our daughter's right next to us. We're going to change the whole freaking world. We are going to change the world because of the pain, because of the sadness, because of the struggle, because of the wisdom that we gained. How many of you know a mom right now with a child in trouble that's struggling and they're beside themselves? They have no idea what to do. Sue Davidson says bankruptcy. Man, Sue, I will tell you, the bankruptcy wasn't the worst thing that I ever went through, but I think it was one of the hardest things on my husband, because a man as a provider, and this was 30 years ago, it was devastating. But now I want you to look at my book, the training, even the journal.
Oh my God.
This journal, do you know why? Do you know why I created the productivity journal? Because most people don't plan to fail. They just fail to plan. And then they fail financially, relationship, debt, business, moving forward on projects.
I hate this so much. So first she's going to go into trauma dumping and asking other people to trauma dump so that you can compare. Oh, well, somebody is going through something harder than you, so you should be grateful. It is so emotionally triggering. I can't. And then she goes into mindset solutions while she's mixing up her MLM products. This is so foul. So foul.
I got to put my glasses on because y'all are sharing and I love this. A cancer scare. Mike's kidneys failing. Okay, guys, this is some real heavy stuff now. So mold illness and a broken marriage, there is nothing harder than a heartache. I mean, I sometimes, my mom said a broken marriage on her was harder than a death, because the death she could recover from and she could grieve and mourn. The broken marriage just kept showing up every single day. It was like a constant burn. It was like ripping the scab off every day. Losing my job. I know God has a plan. Yes, Janet. Lost both parents. Feel good now. Lost both parents. It's so different now. I can't imagine losing my mom. I can't imagine losing a parent, let alone both parents. Okay, let's go through this.
Why?
I would trade a child in prison or rehab to a child in a grave any day. D. And D lost her husband this year.
Oh my God.
Not this year, but last year. Was homeless, lost my Uncle David, my favorite uncle, and my mother-in-law, and came down with dementia. Craig, that is heavy. Homeless, and today he's on this. Michelle says, my husband passed away unexpectedly.
Wow. This is...
So we're talking about all these things. My house burned. Had to live in a motel 3 months. Have a new home. Wow. Brother died unexpectedly. Husband had to have emergency surgery. Car broke down. Do you guys see all these comments? Okay, so now everybody that commented, we're going to do a little exercise here, and I'm going to help you with a habit that I do.
I don't know why her video is glitching like that. I'm not sure.
Every single day. what is something good around that thing that happened in your life? Let's talk about something good. So I do this a lot, without sharing too much.
I mean, sharing too much, you're already sharing other people's stories. What's the big deal? I don't understand. This is so foul.
There's a lot of days that I wish that things were different with people that are in my family, right? But then I will look at one thing positive around it. So I'll be like, at least they're alive. Even though it's painful, I have beautiful grandkids. Even though this happened, we learned a lot from that person. Like, even when I think about Cindy, so, you know, I miss Cindy horribly. I try so hard to fill that void that I know is in Dave's heart. But let me tell you some things that are good about it. She left me a lot. I have something hanging right here in my office in front of me every day. This was in her window. It's kind of stained. It's dirty. This was in her window of her kitchen every day. So I miss her, but she taught me so much. She gave me so much wisdom.
Right.
I saw her, and Chance and I were talking about this yesterday. Her daddy died when she was 50. Her husband left when she had a freshman and a senior. She got cancer for the first time when Chance was 3 months old. She lost all of her hair on Mother's Day. I combed it all out in my salon, and I made a wig look sexier than sexy. She had Lori Morgan, beautiful little wispies, and nobody even knew she ever lost her hair. In fact, I think her wig was hotter than her real hair. Like, we had so many times where there was so much pain, but we would turn it around. And she would say to me, these grandkids keep me going. These grandkids keep me going. Never complained. She had a son that got in trouble. In fact, he was on national news. He later took his life. She lived in the town where Dave's dad was remarried and saw them at every single event, birthday, state track, state wrestling, whatever. She always had a smile on her face.
Okay, let's talk about, let's pause. Let's take a break because this is unbelievable. What do I think she's doing here? Well, we know that she's trauma dumping. We know that she's attempting, in my opinion, to emotionally manipulate her audience, but more so, I think she's trying to build some kind of community. I think she is trying to create a space where people come and they learn something from her, and that I think this is a weird attempt at building community. I think it's an attempt to trauma bond with people. I think she's throwing out these specific stories and these specific things that have happened to her in the event that somebody can relate. And then when somebody relates to this kind of trauma dumping, I feel like they are less likely to push back on the product pitch or the company pitch. If you really think about it, she's wearing a Frequence sweatshirt. She's mixing up the products. She's talking about how it's fire while smiling and talking about these very, very emotionally loaded, traumatic stories. And just like Lavender Rain said a few minutes ago, she's reading these things with a smile on her face. I think that's more than toxic positivity. I almost think that that's like sinister in a way. How can you be reading these horrific things that these people have gone through with a smile on your face? Where's the empathy? I mean, I think somebody having empathy, you wouldn't be wearing your company products or, you know, merch, mixing up products, talking about these types of stories. This is intentional, is what I'm trying to say. In my opinion, this is intentional. This is what people in MLMs do. They share an emotionally charged story. They trauma dump. They look for people that have the same kind of story. They bond over that story. And then they're less likely to reject the pitch. It's bringing people's defense mechanisms down. That's what she's doing here. I had to pause from looking at her face and the shirt and the products and her stirring stuff while she's smiling, reading this stuff. And I know you guys probably needed a break too, because How do you do that as a human being? How do you have a smile on your face when you are reading comments from people that are going through their darkest days? Unbelievable. Let's all have a drink of our Dr. Pepper. Take a deep breath. And keep going. We'll see if we could get through all of this. I'm not sure we will, but I want to specifically get to the science part. So if this gets really, really heavy, then we may fast forward. Yeah, Erin, easy. There isn't any with that lady, like clearly.
We woke up in the morning singing Zippity Doodah, listening to Barry Manilow or the Carpenters, always got up, put on her makeup, put on a smile, and was ready for the day.
Also, I'm waiting for the shift. I've talked about this before, but they share this story or a story like this or many stories like this, whether it's their story or other people's story, or they're interviewing somebody on a live and they're sharing these types of stories. And then all of a sudden, it's going to shift into some kind of a product pitch, some kind of a, this company, this community, this product saved my life, that type of thing. And will typically end on some kind of a recruiting pitch. That's the recipe here. So, yeah.
And no matter how bad things were, she would always find the good. So I want you guys to think about your situation. And I want you to say, what is good about this horrible chapter that I have been through? Her 4 agreements were: be impeccable with your word. These are always the 4 agreements. They don't change. Don't take anything.
Those aren't her agreements. That was from an author, Miguel. I can't think of his last. I think it's Miguel. The 4 Agreements is the name of the book.
Personally, don't make any assumptions and always do your best. So yesterday, Chance was like, Mom, Nana went through a lot.
That's exciting.
Like, she lost her dad when he was 1 year older than my dad. And she was my age. And I was like, yeah. He's like, she was the strongest woman I know. When I look at little Rosie, who would fall down, she got stitches. She wants to talk so bad, but the words don't come out. In fact, sometimes she gets so frustrated, she'll just scratch or like hit because she's trying to express, but she can't talk yet. I know she will. God will make a way. She will talk. But this week, when she kept falling down and falling down and falling down, she just kept getting back up. And I said to Chance, as we were sitting there, his birthday was on Tuesday. I said, I just feel Nana Cindy's spirit, like this fighting spirit in her. And every day when I pray, I know that there's just angels orchestrating every single thing for the good. Now, you guys, there were times where I could not find the good. There is a season where you do have to grieve. Anger is not bad. You have to get it out. Anger, getting mad about a situation, is better than apathy, where you just don't give a crap and you give up. Like, at least getting angry about your situation, drawing a line in the sand and saying, I'm going to make a change, is better than just isolating, being depressed, feeling guilty, having shame, being so sad you just don't even want to go on anymore.
Wow.
Les Brown always says it. If you can look up, you can get up, but you've got to find something to be grateful for. So today, I come to you.
Oh, here we go. I just feel like the pitch is coming. I just feel like it's coming. Let me know if you guys think it is too. I feel it.
With a message that you need to create a daily habit. That's why I have the planner.
Here comes.
I should do a Black Friday special on these planners so everybody in the
not the pitch to sell journals after all of this.
world has it. And I want you to write these things down. I'm going to help you line out your day to where you are going to absolutely change your state, change your mind, change your life, change your focus,
change your vibe, change your frequency. I swear to God, if she throws that in here.
Change your action steps, everything. It's happening today. Black Friday is coming up next, 2 weeks.
And raise your hand if you're planning on not doing any Black Friday shopping. Hey. Absolutely not. These big corporations can suck it and also tax the churches. Thank you.
And I know a lot of you have businesses, and you could absolutely crush your goals if you could just get out of the state that you're in. Thanksgiving is a week from now, and some of you will spend it very low vibrational and sad and mad. Or you could go find someone on the street that doesn't even have food, or serve at a kitchen, or secretly drop off turkey dressing, all the stuff on a porch of someone you know has a family and doesn't have the money to eat. Like, there's always something that you can do to help someone that's in a state that's lower than you, and it will actually bring you so much joy and happiness. The best way to heal is to help someone that's in a situation that you've been in. The gratitude list for the day. I want you to write down 3 things that you're absolutely grateful for. And now, once you raise your vibration, you're like, I'm so grateful that I have breath. I'm so grateful I have a vehicle and a house over my head. I'm so grateful I have family I can at least FaceTime with, even if we're not together. Like, I spend more time on FaceTime than you can even imagine. It's like a date every day. Just FaceTiming with a 3-year-old and then an 11-year-old and then an 8-year-old. They don't answer as much because they're on their game. But the 7-year-old, she'll call me and talk for an hour, and we'll just laugh about stuff for hours. I'm grateful for FaceTime. I'm envious of the grandmas that have their grandchildren they can pick up from school every day. And man, I wish I could cook meals and they could all come over every day, like happened for my mom and Dave's mom. But that's not in the cards right now. I want you to think about it, guys. It's a chapter, not a lifetime. God can make a way. Anything can change just like that. And you just have to stay in an attitude of gratitude. So tell me 3 things you want to accomplish today. Because if you can get 3 things that you want to accomplish today, even in the worst despair, in the worst grief, in the worst sadness, and I'm telling you guys, holidays just amplify all of that. Like, you can think you're going to be okay, and then you can just go down a rabbit hole where you're like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm going to survive this. Writing down 3 things that you want to accomplish will get you to at least move. And when you move, God moves. This is the way it works. It's the laws of the universe. Action cures the fear. Action raises the vibration.
Okay, question for all the Christians in the chat. And I say this a lot, and I'm going to repeat it again, and you're going to hear it all the time. All beliefs are welcome here. All lack of beliefs are welcome here as well. How can you, as a Christian, I'm assuming that she is a Christian. Maybe I shouldn't assume that, but let's just roll with it. How can you talk about the universe and God in the same sentence? When you move, God moves. That's how it works. That's how the universe works. Because to me, that seems like 2 conflicting ideas. Because is it God that created the universe, or is the universe its own entity? I don't know if that's making sense. Are these 2 conflicting points? Because that was loud to me. And I'm just curious if it was to you as well. Oh, thanks, Scout. I appreciate that. Okay, so she is so contradicting herself. Cults leaves clues. Like Blue's Clues. We just got a letter. Okay, it is conflicting. Okay. Probably using both. This is such a good point. Probably using both words to try and appeal to more people. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I was hearing that properly, because to me, it sounded like 2 conflicting ideas. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Also, yeah, just go buy a notebook. Or you could do it digitally. If you want to save yourself the money, you can do it in your notes app or on your computer or whatever. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all.
Something gives you a little bit of confidence that you might be able to get better. And then let's address some things you need to do that you're just not doing for whatever reason. I need to clean my room, but I just lay here all day, every day, looking at the piles. I know I need to go do what.
Or what if cleaning your room isn't a priority because you're working 2 or 3 jobs just to try to survive and buy groceries? pay the bills. She's so out of touch. I can't even.
Whatever it is, but I keep procrastinating. Let's do 3 things that you know you need to do. And right after this, let's go get them done. And let's see how different you feel about yourself, because the way you start the day is the way you're going to end the day. What do you need to follow up on? Now, this is crazy things for me. Like, I need to follow up on health insurance for Rosie so that maybe we could all go to like Mayo Clinic or somewhere. Every day I'm like, I'm going to help find a full-time nanny. I'm going to help get the insurance. And then the day, how you run the day is how the day runs you, right? Like, what's the most important things? For being honest, guys, I'm a warehouse girl this weekend. I'm literally don't even have time to dry this hair. I got to show you something. Like, I know you're all going to think I'm crazy, but I am so.
Here's the pitch. Here is the product pitch. So you're going to go from journaling and gratitude, trauma dumping, emotional manipulation, reading other people's stories to emotionally manipulate your audience even further to now, guys, I'm so excited. Let me show you this new product.
So excited about this. So my children designed the most beautiful packaging in the world. And it's.
Your children designed the most bland packaging in the world. Why are your children designing it? Is she talking about the beige? She can't be. Maybe. Okay, let me stop. Maybe she's talking about something else. Let's just play the video.
Crazy what we're about to launch on Black Friday, but I'm warehouse girl and headed to Dallas because even though the products were in, we got everything tuned. The jewelry is absolutely gorgeous that's coming out. Look at this pearl. And I got this. But Black Friday, our family has worked so hard on this essential oil line. Look at this beautiful packaging, guys. Look at this beautiful packaging.
Nothing against the children because they're children, but is the beautiful packaging in the room with us? That looks like cardboard. What do you mean? Look at this beautiful packaging.
We're going to revolutionize aromatherapy all over the world because these have a stainless steel tuned with 11 harmonic frequencies, ball bearing in that oil bottle. Listen. So if you,
oh, hey Barb, I can do that too with my lip gloss from Adriana Nicole Cosmetics. Am I changing my frequency? Oh wait, let me do that and then put it on. Does this change my frequency, Barb? What is happening?
You can imagine like 18,000 oils arrive and we could bubble wrap them and ship them. But instead, my family is so crazy about aesthetics. They're like, let's put them in a beautiful tube. So I want you to imagine this.
Let's put them in a cardboard looking tube with the most bland font. And I'm not even a branding expert. Many of you are far smarter and more educated when it comes to branding. But this is the most... in my opinion, this is the most boiled, unseasoned chicken as far as packaging, marketing and packaging that I have seen in a long time. Frequence definitely takes the crown on that one. Oh my God.
18,000 times. That's what's happening right now.
What?
And then a sticker so we know what's in the tube. And the Dallas warehouse is like elves on fire. And Dave and I are actually getting ready to get in a truck and head there with all the beautiful packaging. So these are going to launch on Thursday.
I don't think she has said beautiful packaging enough to convince herself that what she's holding is beautiful packaging. She should try saying it more.
One of the things that I do every day is defense, which
boiled chicken, unseasoned, not even salt and pepper, just boiled chicken.
Some people use like, I think one company calls it On Guard, one company calls it Thieves Oil, same blend. Any of you that don't know, Dave and I have manufactured essential oils for stores and pharmacies and even 3 MLMs for many, many years. So when we launched Frequence, we weren't like, let's do essential oils, because that's not new. The whole world knows about essential oils. We were waiting for the right time, but now the first ever frequency tuned aromatherapy. Yeah, there's a ball in there. And it's absolutely beautiful. You know, when you're a little kid and your dad would like put his finger in his mouth and make that sound? This is what I keep hearing like 20,000 times. Listen. Imagine like 20 people in a warehouse. It's beautiful sound. And
what? Barb? A metal ball making noise in liquid is not holding a frequency. It's just a ball in a tube. This is some weird marketing dressed up as some physics take. And even then, I don't even... She just made me snort laughing at this. What in the Delulu juice? You know what? Yeah. Yeah, aren't some metals also, or aren't some oils caustic to metals too? Yeah. Great questions. Barb, we would love some answers.
then there's also roller balls, my favorite. Rest.
Oh, God.
It's kind of woodsy. And the roller balls don't have a bearing in them. They have a metal roller. Oh, my God. Rubbing it on your skin. I don't even want to say the word. It's amazing. It's amazing, and it smells so good. So anyway, I am a warehouse girl this weekend.
Got to get that pitch in there after, emotionally triggering people.
A lot going on, and I'm grateful. I know a lot of people are just chilling, watching the ball game, doing whatever. Dave and I are on a mission, and I will tell you why we're on a mission: because of the pain, because of the purpose, because of the passion. And instead of sitting here this weekend on the memorial of Cindy's passing, sitting at the grave, crying, all the things that I've done so many times in my younger years, we are going to make her so proud. And I want you to think about what you're missing or what you're not grateful for. And I want you to reframe it and be thankful for the time you had together. Be thankful for the memories. Be thankful for the love that you experienced with that person. What an incredible grandma she was. Oh, I could cry. It makes me want to be that kind of a grandma. Like, you can always find something to be grateful for, always, no matter what. And you're setting an example. Like, your children and your grandchildren are watching you. They're watching you get back up. They're watching you keep going. They're learning from you, childhood trauma or childhood strength.
Oh my God.
Projects that you're on right now, you got.
Yeah. Their drink looks like mud water. It looks so disgusting. She's mixing up her product. Of course she is. While, and drinking it while she's offering advice and telling people how to handle their grief. Is she qualified to be doing any of that? No, absolutely not. No. But, she's going to turn everything into a teachable moment.
To have projects. That's what moves you forward. It makes you have a reason to get up. We are goal-striving machines. Having a worthy ideal, as Jim Rohn calls it, is what makes you keep going. It's never
not quoting Jim Rohn.
I got the house, or I got the car, or I hit the rank, or I even delivering a baby. It's more exciting when the baby is coming than the baby gets there. You wonder why people have postpartum depression. It's the journey, guys, not
maybe. And this could be a wild take. We need better health care for pregnant people and better postpartum care. That's a wild take, I know.
The destination. Who are you able to delegate some things to or align with? Who could mentor you? Who could work with you? Who could help you move forward? That's very important. And at the end of every day, what did you accomplish? So making a list, like, what are 3 things I want to accomplish at the end of the day? I did it. And if you did,
you know what I'm happy that I accomplished today? Well, 2 things. 1, that I'm here with you guys, and 2, that I took a nap today, because I don't take naps very often. So when I'm ready to take a nap, I'm out. So that's what I'm happy about today.
Didn't do it. I want you to find the good. How did you grow? How did you learn? How did you get stronger? Even if you didn't get up and accomplish it, you move it to the next day. Things I need to do tomorrow. because your number one reason why is why you're going to be so successful. I gave Chance a book on his birthday about the why. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it's an amazing book. I bought it for myself, and then we were at the cabin and I was like, you should take it. It's so good. But it was talking about how companies will start, and one company has billionaires behind it and the other one is like bootstrapping it, but they have a bigger why. They have a bigger reason, and they pass everyone.
Here we go.
And it was talking about Michael Jordan, and it was talking about different people that, you know, have really had wild success, but there were other people that maybe had better conditions, more financing, more people behind them. The why will always win, guys. Your number one reason why will always win. And it will propel you ahead of everyone else. The reason why our company is exploding, the reason why people like Randy Travis's best friend and people who were national directors for 37 years and the biggest company out there, and now they're joining Frequence. The reason why top branding leaders and multi-million-dollar earners are saying, how do I get in this company and do what you're doing?
Remember when Marina Simone said that she was creating the branding when this company was starting, and that she had to beg Barb and Dave to let her join the company? I still think about that from time to time. And I think that's fascinating. Oh, Marina Simone. Tell us again about the collagen, how it's working for you. Oh, have you had work done? Ah, okay. That includes Botox. Nothing against Botox, but, you know, be honest.
It's not because of a product. I have a great product, but I want to tell you guys, the truth is it's because of the pain. It's because of the struggle. It's because of the story. It's because of my commitment. And the reason why is why people will follow you. You've got to have a reason why. You've got to get up. You've got to create a vision board, an action plan, a list. You've got to have a reason why, and you've got to find something to be grateful for, even in the midst of the storm. The anchor will hold when...
I should revisit that. I should revisit her and Bryn. What was the other woman's name? There's 3 of them. It'll come to me.
The ship is tattered. The anchor holds when the funds are low. The anchor holds when the debts are high, when the grief is so bad, when the fear is so real, when the heart is so broken. The anchor is what holds. And some of you have to be really, really anchored, really, really anchored in what you believe in and your roots in order to find your way. You can't give up. No matter how hard it gets, you just can't give up. And I will tell you this, when you believe in what you're doing and you know where you are going, everything will line up for you. The resources will line up. The right connections will line up. The right opportunities will line up. The right mate that you're going to spend the rest of your life with will line up. The right mentor, when the student is ready, the teacher always appears. But you have to change your state from despair and grief and sadness and I am the victim to I am victorious and I will be okay. Maybe not today. It's okay if you're not today, but you will be okay.
Wait, I thought that was low vibration. To think that you're not okay today, according to her. But now that's okay? I'm so confused.
And the reality is every single person you know is fighting a battle of something. Everybody you know is silently fighting a battle of something. They just need to know that they're not alone, that someone is there, and that we're creating this community where we can find something to be grateful for and lift each other up, build people up, not tear them down.
Remember when I said just a few minutes ago that I think that she is doing this to create some kind of community through people sharing their traumas and bringing down their defense mechanisms when it comes to the product pitch? Huh? See what I'm talking about?
And continue to encourage. Lola got the citizenship award at school this week. And the letter that Chance got in his email, like she was voted on to have the citizenship award Friday morning at 8 a.m. because of her kindness and her willingness to help others in her class and always be encouraging. You guys, your children are learning what they live. They're learning what they live. They're seeing, is your heart full and you have a servant heart, or is it hardened? They listen to those discussions. See, incredibly successful people who are blessed and highly favored don't discuss other people. They discuss solutions, not problems.
You've been discussing people this entire life. You've been discussing the stories of other people this entire life.
They discuss finding the good, not playing what is all bad. They're always building up, not tearing down. And that is a habit. It's why I don't watch the news. And everybody will argue with me that I need to know what's going on. I don't need to know what's going on. I got all of you telling me. I got all of you telling me all the gloom and doom, right? But here's the reality.
Okay, here's the reality. When you are not allowing outside information in, when we're talking about high control groups, that is a major red flag. Major. I also wonder if she voted for this doom and gloom. I just wonder. I don't know. I did. Anyways, let me stop.
What's in here? What's in here must come out. So I have zero room for division, for hate, for anger, for blame, for victim mentality, for all the sadness, all the despair, all the division and people fighting. I'm all love all the time. What you see is what you get. I know it's crazy. People be like, I can't believe you let that person in your house. Well, what I put my father through and the pain that he had to bear on that cross is worse than anything that anyone has ever put you through. So it's my belief, if I can forgive, there's only one thing standing between me and him, the person that I can't forgive. And forgiveness, finding the good, being full of love, being so grateful, even for the bad people. Is it really bad, or is it my thinking that makes it so?
No, there are really bad people that do horrific things. What do you mean?
Even for the ones that did me wrong, did they really steal from me? Did they really take from me? Did they really sue me or hurt me or post all kinds of hate about me?
That sounds very specific, Barb. Who are you referring to? Because it does not sound like you forgave them. I'd love to know who she's talking about.
Or did they just propel me forward on my journey to know, to be wiser, to be stronger? Did they help condition me to be greater? That's what you got to think about, guys. Nothing is really bad. It's your thinking that makes it so. And the moment that we start looking for solutions,
it's your thinking that makes somebody's actions bad. No, somebody's actions that have done something wrong is bad. No matter how you think about it, their actions are bad. If they're breaking the law, if they're harming other people in some way, shape, or form, I don't care how she thinks about it. That is bad. Being in a multi-level marketing company that hurts people, that's also bad. So by her definition, does that make her a bad person? Oh, but that's my thinking. Right, Barb? I got that right? This is so weird.
And we start building people up. If it's not good, don't say it. That's what my grandma said. Be grateful. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. And that was one word, ATALL. I say it all the time. Let's build people up, guys. The world needs it. Let's be grateful even if we have very little, because the person that's grateful with very little will be blessed with a lot. That's the way it works. And no matter how hard it is, and I know some...
The privilege of her saying that. As the CEO of a multi-level marketing company that is probably getting a pretty nice salary compared to most distributors across the board in multi-level marketing that are losing money. You guys should be grateful for the little that you have, and that means that you'll gain more blessings.
of you are like, this is the worst thing I could ever be going through, you can always find a reason to get back up. And God's about to
Gotta mix up the products. Gotta mix up the mushroom juice, right? The Frequence shirt isn't enough. Now we've got to mix it up. Has she even had a drink of it at all, or has she just been mixing it this whole time? That makes me think that it's like super chunky or something. Oh, that's gross.
bless you in ways you never dreamt.
Oh,
Everything
man.
in your life can change just like that. But when you're in a low vibrational
One
state,
sip.
even the best, you want to quit the best things that ever happened to you, because that's your low vibration. You got to change your thoughts to change your life. Find something to be grateful for. And the last one on the page at the
Oh, she has notes for this. I'm actually shocked by that.
end of every day, what was great about today?
Oh, we have new members? I'm so sorry. Did I miss that? Oh, Zipper Bell, thank you so much. That's so exciting. Welcome to all the new members. Let me know if you got a membership. Let me do a little shimmy. Oh, welcome. And thank you so much, Zipper Bell. That's so nice of you. At the end of this, if you're a member, it's going to redirect to our after party. So members only after party. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad. That's awesome. Welcome, everybody. What is it with constant selling, but never a taste test of the products? William? That part. Yeah.
What did I accomplish? And most importantly, how did I grow? Because you don't have to be okay today, but you need to get better. Get better. Get better, don't get bitter, right? Every day, just get a...
Does she seem like a bitter person to y'all? She definitely seems like that to me. She definitely seems like the anger is just below the surface. It could just be me. I don't know.
little bit better. You're going to heal. You're going to grow. You're going to see further than you can see today. I just want to take you as far as you can see, and then you'll see a little bit further. But it's my belief that you're coming into the best year of your life.
That's awesome.
And in order for that to happen, you have to be the best version of yourself. And gratitude, authenticity, and love are the highest vibration. And every single one of you has that. You just got to reach up and grab it. You just got to reach up and grab it. So virtual hugs to you today. I hope all of you are rising and vibing. If you're not, drop in the...
I hope you're rising and vibing. This is the product pitch. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. Because I think that's their whole thing, rise and vibe. I think those are two product names. Here comes the pitch.
Comments. I'm not rising and vibing yet. Someone will get you some. This mushroom drink is the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me. It has literally changed my mood, my thoughts, my energy, my sleep, my puffiness, my focus. It's like a magic mushroom. And then again, little feel good now oils on my pillow, in my diffuser, in my dryer, in my bath. That frequency, I'm telling you guys, that's the game changer. And all you have to do is believe that things can get better for you, and they will. They will get better when you get better. And that starts with finding something to be grateful for. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Let's embrace the week and say, this is going to be the best week of my life. It's going to be the best month of my life. Everything good is happening for me. I'm so grateful that I'm in this situation because it's teaching me. It's helping me. It's conditioning me. There were times I was like, I'm done with this conditioning year of my life, right? But look at me now, guys. Every single one of us is a work in progress. We're growing, we're learning, we're getting better every single day. But we've got to be grateful, because if we're not grateful, when the blessings are coming, you're going to be like a sounding board that just bounces them back. Like, don't bless me. Don't bless me. Don't send me all the good stuff, because I am over here. I want to be mad, and I want to be broken, and I want to be sad, and I want to be angry, right? Like, if the blessings are coming to you, you've got to be on the dock, right? If you want your ship to come in, you got to be on the dock. But even if you're on the dock, if you're bitter and you're mad and you're sad and you won't forgive and you want to be the victim, you're never going to be the victor. You're going to stay exactly what you're thinking, saying, feeling, and wanting, because what you want wants you. And you've got this pen. You're like this. Here is the script of my life. I want to be sad, broken, mad, and stay in this little bubble. There you have it.
What? People don't choose that. Some people can't control their sadness. Medication is required, therapy, things like that. This is so weird.
Have it. Here's the script of my life. I'm not the victim. I'm the victor. I'm not mad. I'm forgiving them. I'm not the one that got taken from. I'm the one that's going to be blessed 10x for everything that I lost.
God.
And then all of a sudden it happens and you're like, I can't believe that worked. Guys, it works. It's in the word, right? It's in the word. For I know the plans I have for you, not to harm you, but to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. And that's a promise. So I hope you believe it. You guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you next Saturday on No Guts, No Story.
Oh, that's how she ended it. Oh, wait, is she still? I thought she was still gonna go. I thought she was gonna keep going. Okay, let's dive into the science of this. So Frequence says that their product is a nootropic blend with 7 organic mushrooms, B vitamins. I believe it's 100 milligrams of caffeine as well. They also claim the drink is infused with 11 harmonic frequencies that supposedly help your mood, your focus, your energy, your sleep, your puffiness, and even your vibration, just like what Barb was saying just now. According to their own product page, one serving has a total mushroom blend of 1 gram. I talked about this a little bit earlier. That is 1 single gram for all 7 mushrooms combined. And for context, I wish I had a paperclip, but the weight of a paperclip is about 1 gram. That is not a clinically meaningful dose for the kinds of effects that she is promising here and did promise on this video. The entire drink is only 10 calories. 10 calories. That's basically nothing. A breath mint, for context, has more calories. So when someone is saying that this tiny 10-calorie drink fixed their sleep, their mood, their thoughts, and their vibration, you should be asking how, because calories measure usable energy. If something barely contributes any measurable energy or nutrients, it's probably not going to be responsible for major physiological changes. Aside from medication, prescribed medication, you cannot get big emotional or cognitive changes from something that barely registers nutritionally. This is so weird. And then there's the whole harmonic frequency thing, the claim of that. This is where I feel like things get interesting. She was saying that a metal ball in the product charges the formula with frequencies, but that is not how physiology or chemistry works. A metal ball sitting in a liquid cannot imprint frequencies that change how your body processes nutrients. At best, it's a sensory gimmick, in my opinion. It makes a sound when it moves, and that sound gets marketed as something deeper or more scientific than it really is. It's not frequency therapy. It's not energy healing. It is a prop-based marketing tool with a spiritual storyline attached to it. So yeah, it's a proprietary blend. They call it their organic mushroom blend and their nootropic blend, but a proprietary blend means they do not have to tell you exactly the amount of each of the ingredients in that blend. They can hide small doses in a big number. And when the total is only 1 gram for all mushrooms combined, I think it's safe to say there's no clinically significant amounts of anything in there. The science is very simple. Low calorie, low nutrient density, tiny total active ingredients, and no proven mechanism for these frequencies. But their claims, they're massive. Mood changes, sleep changes, energy changes, emotional regulation, vibrational changes. That is not nutrition, that's marketing. Come on. Brown water. Yeah. Magical science, magical thinking. Yeah. So anyways, if you made it through all of that, sump water, oh my God, Nick. If you made it through all of that and my rant, thank you guys for hanging out with me here today. I know that we covered a lot. This was a very heavy live to react to, or video to react to. The grief reframing, the mistreatment being labeled as favor, the frequency oils, the mindset pressure, and the mushroom drink claims. This is not wellness. This is not emotional healing. And you never need to buy a supplement to fix your vibration or your emotions. Sometimes that requires medication. Sometimes that requires seeing the doctor. Sometimes that requires therapy, and not an MLM product. Your feelings are not a failure. Your grief is not a mindset problem, and your trauma is not a lesson the universe needs you to learn. When the CEO of a company pushes this kind of messaging, it becomes the culture. And that is why it is so important to break this kind of stuff down. If you guys would like to check out more, I talk about this often. I have playlists. If you're looking for a company and I have covered it, it's in a playlist. So make sure that you check it out. It's organized by the different companies. I've been getting some comments recently where it's like, hey, have you covered this? And I'm like, yeah, I have a whole playlist on that company. So check it out. Check out the playlist section. And there was something else I was going to tell you guys. We are going to be doing a members only after party right after this. I do some bonus content, some members only live streams, things of that nature. First look, or early release, if you will, of edited videos and things like that. So if you'd like to become a member, click the join button. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for staying skeptical, and I will see you guys on the next one. And members, I'll see you on the members only after party here in just a second. Bye, everybody. Oh, and like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Okay, see y'all later.